Hey, welcome to Sailing Blue Savannah. Fall sailing in the Pacific Northwest is definitely not for everyone. With the short days, we leave just after sunrise to arrive safely before dark. This trip had a purpose, to sail up to Canada to get a new enclosure for the boat made. So we started from our base in Shilshole Marina and motored up to the east side of Deception Pass and hooked up to a mooring ball for the night at Hope Island. So we got the boat off the dock and headed out of the marina. It was definitely windier than we were expecting.
Milo is really scaredy. It's really kind of the biggest water we've been in to date. So there's a lot of noise and the boat is definitely rocking and hobby horsing a bit in the water. Current wind conditions are over 20 knots of wind, which is why this is a little bit rougher.
This morning we're a bit bigger due to the fetch of the water, but it was good practice for motoring along and trying to minimize the crashing of the boat. Ultimately, we tried to angle the boat 20 to 30 degrees to the waves, and this seemed to make the ride a bit more comfortable. Thankfully, the winds died down and the better part of the day was smooth and comfortable, albeit a bit cold. When the boat is in autopilot and motoring along, we constantly need to keep watch for floating deadhead logs and crab pots. These can cause severe damage to the boat and the sail drives.
What do you say?
Well, I like current when it's going to help us.
We arrived at Hope Island about an hour before sunset and had time for a short hike with Milo. Each of these islands in the Puget Sound, though similar, offer beautiful views and a peaceful calm after a long day. While I worked on freeing the beach dinghy due to the tides, Ava had a little bit of fun.
Oh, you induced a spin.
I know in many years I will look back at these videos and be so thankful for these little moments.
The best part might be the end, when you're trying to get off. Oops, I lost you. Oh, so much more graceful than before.
A beautiful anchorage, and we had getting through Deception Pass to look forward to the next day. Our plan for the next day was to travel from Hope Island to a slip we had reserved at the Cape Sante Marina in Anacortes. We needed to get through Deception Pass during the morning slack time, so we woke up and headed out straight away with a plan to anchor just past the pass to take Milo for a hike. Early morning pit stop. Take the dog to shore, check it out.
Doing a short little hike at Bauman Bay just to get Milo some needed land time and to check it out.
We found a couple-mile hike from the bay out to Rosario Point. It was a steady uphill climb with beautiful views of the bay. Rosario Point is a peninsula comprised of a grassy knoll with tide pools on the west side, a kelp forest to the south, and Bowman Bay on the east side. When we finished hiking, we were able to hoist the sails for most of the way to Anacortes. Once we arrived at the dock, with bad weather approaching, we went for a quick hike at Cape Sante Park and walked around Anacortes. It's a really cute downtown, and I recommend to stop there if you get a chance. We had a couple of days in Anacortes due to the weather, but I picked my sister up from the Seattle airport and she joined us for the rest of the trip to Nanaimo. The first day we sailed from Anacortes to Stewart Island. Milo getting his boat photo shoot done. We've previously visited Stewart Island on an earlier video, so I didn't record much, but we had just enough time to hike from Reed Harbor, where we anchored the boat, to the Turnpoint Lighthouse and back before it got dark. Definitely worth the time to hike there if you ever get the chance. We got up pretty early to head out to get into Canada and made our way to Sydney to clear customs. This was our first time clearing customs on our own as sailors, so it was kind of exciting actually. After a quick tour of the town, we headed out to get to our anchorage before dark. We spent the night at Princess Harbor on Prevost Island, and fortunately Binky and I were able to get up and get in a quick hike the following morning before we headed to Nanaimo. This last day went pretty quick. After the hike, we left Princess Harbor to get through Dodds Pass at the slack time and arrived in Nanaimo around 2. We grabbed a quick beer before we had to catch our ferry to Vancouver to say goodbye to Binky. And that's a wrap for our trip to Nanaimo, and as always, thanks for being part of our journey and following along as we sail Blue Savannah.